Hey guys, it's Lita. So I know I said I would do a Q&A this week, but I decided that I'm actually going to make one today. Question number 1, a question that I really liked. If you were in Frodo's position, would you have left Middle-earth for the Undying Lands with Gandalf, Bilbo, and the High Elf Council, or would you have stayed in the Shire? Why or why not? Personally, if I were Frodo, I'd probably stay in the Shire, because, I mean, as much as an adventurous person as I am, sort of, I'm not that adventurous, but I mean, if there was, like, less of a chance that I would be killed in my adventures, I would totally go. But, you know, the fact that there's Nazgul, goblins, orcs, all that stuff, I'd be okay if those weren't involved. But they are, so I'd probably stay in the Shire. Next question. How did you decide to start making videos on YouTube? I'm not really sure, actually, because really I just made a channel so that I could upload random videos, and like I'd have videos of my friends and me and stuff just like hanging around, and for some reason people started watching them a lot. And eventually people were like, you know, you should start making way more YouTube videos and stuff, so that's how. What's the worst thing that you did as a child and got in trouble for? I was actually a really, really good kid, and like almost never got in trouble. I think the one thing that I got in trouble for the most was my stepmom made me like this blueberry muffin, and I really didn't like it. It tasted just like disgusting, and so I decided to try to flush it down the toilet. And I thought, like, hey, you know, it's over. I don't have to deal with that gross-ass muffin anymore. But I didn't look to see if it flushed all the way, and it didn't. It kind of, like, broke the toilet. And my dad and my stepmom came in my room later that night, and I was like, Lita, did you flush the muffin down the toilet? And I was like, no, of course not. You know, why would I flush that delicious-ass muffin down the toilet? You know, what a waste. And they were just like, we found it in the toilet, you liar. And I was like, oh god, I'm screwed. If WoW was real, WoW is World of Warcraft, what class and what race would you be? Well, I would be a night elf, and for a class, I would have to be a hunter, because, you know, hunters, I know they're just totally a face roll class, totally, completely, but I would totally be a marksmanship hunter, because, I mean, even though, actually, I'd be kind of stuck between beast mastery and marksmanship, because beast mastery gets, like, all the cool, like, awesome looking pets, and I'd probably get a shale spider, because, you know, the ones that came out in Cataclysm, those are awesome. But I'd probably be marksmanship hunter, because I can just be like, chimera shot, ding, and you're dead. So I would be a night elf hunter, definitely. Next question. Which would you rather be stuck in a shark-filled tank with, a black bear or a diseased wolf? This question I kind of didn't understand, but I still was just really attracted to it for some reason. If I were stuck in a shark-filled tank with either a black bear, a big black bear, or a diseased wolf, I really just don't think it would matter. Either way, I'm screwed. Next question. Lita, will you try to do the XD face on camera? I guess I can try. I don't know. I don't even know what that looked like because my eyes were closed, but I hope it wasn't too unattractive. Lita, what is your favorite video that you've ever made? Okay, my favorite video that I've ever made would probably have to be this video that Serena, Dustin, I love you Serena and Dustin, you're amazing, and me made when a little bit after I just turned 15, and we were all playing Chubby Bunny together, and at the time Dustin had this hole in his tooth right here. It was a pretty big hole, and so we were playing with the tiny marshmallows and just, you know, and it was really funny because Chubby Bunny can't not be funny. And then all of a sudden Dustin started laughing and one of the tiny little marshmallows shot out his tooth hole. And it was just like the most beautiful, epic thing I've ever seen in my life. And it was never posted on the internet, sadly, but I think Serena still has the file on her computer, so I'll see if I can get it. Because it's just such a funny video. You guys would laugh so hard. It's literally my favorite video that I've ever made. One question that a lot of people were asking. Why do you touch your nose so much in videos? My cats, like, they shed all over me. Like, they don't shed on my mom, they don't shed on each other, they shed on me. And so I always just have cat hair on my face. And one more question that was about WoW that, I don't know, I think I'm just gonna have a World of Warcraft Q&A sometime. Do you like to tank, heal, or DPS in dungeons, and what is your favorite racial mount? I answered this already in a comment, but I want to answer it again because I like talking about WoW. Oh, and what was your favorite dungeon? That was another part of it. I would have to say that my favorite role in dungeons would have to be DPS, just because it's easy. I do like healing sometimes on Disc Priests. I don't really like Holy, and also Resto Shamans, and I haven't really had that much experience with Resto Druid. A lot of you guys probably don't even know what I'm talking about. Also in Battlegrounds, I only like healing on Disc Priests or Resto Shamans, just because Shammies just like don't die when they're Resto, you know? It's just like, why won't you die? Because I'm a Resto Shaman. Oh, right. But I actually only like tanking on my Death Knight. And I know a lot of people are like, Death Knights are the shittiest tanks in the world, but I'm a good tank when I'm on my Death Knight, so don't doubt me. As for my favorite dungeon, I would have to say, what's it called? I would have to say that it's probably Throne of the Tides. And I also really like Shadowfang Keep, for some reason. And my favorite racial mount, although I really don't like dwarves, and I'm sorry for people who do like dwarves, but I just don't like them. My favorite racial mount, it would have to be the dwarf mount, because they're just so cute and goaty and stuff, and they're just like meh, you know. Those rams, they're so cute. Actually, it's a tie between the Blood Elf mounts and the dwarf mount. I think the Hawkstriders are so badass. Especially, you know, I'm not going to leave this planet until I get the Swift-White Hawkstrider from Magister's Terrace. Not giving up. I want it really bad. So, it's stuck between Blood Elf mount and Dwarf mount. So yeah, that answers that question. I'm drinking Rockstar, so if you're wondering why I'm talking so fast right now, you can thank this. So yeah, I'm gonna take off. I'm just gonna go now. But I will make more Q&A videos very soon. I really have fun making the Q&A videos because, I don't know, it's just fun answering you guys' questions, especially if they're interesting. So like I said in my last video, make them interesting because that's the ones that I'm gonna answer. As you could probably tell, all of these questions were very interesting. Actually, they were all very nerdy, but that's the most interesting. So, I love you. Bye!